Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told out of Voice of Radio. So today, we're going to be looking at the best Pokémon TCG products that you can buy right now. Although, a quick caveat before we get going here. Although I am looking at the best products right now, I'm going to be splitting it into categories, and some of these categories have good options coming out in the very near future, like in the next couple of weeks. So I will be giving you some of those as we go through here. Good. So starting off then, as we usually do with collectors, and I think that if you're a collector, maybe the best option right now are the premium tournament collections. Now, these are featuring your supporter cards, and at the moment we've got a couple of different options, one featuring Cyrus, and one featuring Clara. And the thing is, these are very cool. They're cool for a bunch of reasons. Firstly, you get a bunch of packs and all of that. They're different products, blah, blah, blah. But the other really cool thing here is that you get these full art supporter cards. And they are exclusive full art supporter cards. They're ones that can't be found elsewhere. As it stands at the moment, and we don't know if this is going to remain true as we go along, but as it stands at the moment, it's worth pointing out that Japan doesn't have this print of Clara. This Clara does not exist over in Japan. They just haven't got it, and they might never get it, which will then make this a more sought-after card. But these are weirder products that I don't think the general Pokemon population really engage with as much as others, and they've got these full art supporters, and I think for collectors they're really good. I do, of course, need to mention the Arceus Ultra Premium Collection. Now, this initially did not look like it was getting a release in Europe, but it now is getting a release in Europe. It's gotten a release in Europe, which is awesome. And essentially, what we've got here is a really premium product with playmat and metal dice, metal coin, and all of that, but metal cards of Arceus V and Arceus V Star, which are very, very cool. It's only the second product we've ever had metal cards in officially. And this is another kind of thing I've heard an awful lot of people say, well, it's cool, but it's not for me. And I could be wrong on this, let's be clear, this is friendly advice on your old pal Wassy and nothing more. I'm not seeing as much hype for this as maybe I think we should. I think this is a product which is going to be a really cool collector's item in a few years' time. That's just Wassy's opinion, though. Now, if you're learning to play, it's nice and simple. Go and get the Battle Academy. It is a phenomenal product, and I don't think any other trading card game has a product which is as good for learning to play as the Battle Academy is for Pokemon. It's phenomenal. You get yourself 3 pre-constructed decks, and you basically play it like a board game. It comes out of the box of everything you need, and it really is like Pokémon TCG, the board game, but it is with like proper cards that you can then actually expand and start playing the game properly. It's absolutely amazing. The one that's been on the screen up to now is the newer version of it, the one with Score Bunny. There is an older version with Charizard. Either are fine if you're just learning to play the game. When you start expanding your play of the game, might I suggest the EX decks. Now, the EX decks are not actually coming out until May the 5th, so they're a couple of weeks away at this stage, at least if you're listening to this shortly after recording. There are V decks, which will work just the same, but the EX decks are, they're newer, and they're EXs, and that's kind of the point. There is a Lucario, and there is an Ampharos, and they have exclusive EXs in, and they will help expand this very, very nicely. Feel free to get any V battle deck, but I do think the EX decks are worth waiting for because they are, they're the new kind of EXs and a new way the Pokemon TCG is rolling, so I think it is worth waiting for the EX decks. But these are really good because they will just give you a great way to expand the game. Buy one of these, boom, you've got another deck to play with the Battle Academy. If you're learning to play, EX decks and the Battle Academy just cannot be beaten. But what if you don't want to learn to play casually? What if you want to learn to play competitively? Well, that is where the League Battle decks come in. Now, the one that we've had for a little while now is the Mew League Battle deck. It is about 16 cards away from the deck that got top 16 at the World Championships. It is absolutely phenomenal. Cannot recommend it highly enough. Mew is incidentally still a very good deck, though you'll have to make a few changes to completely optimize it. And not quite yet, but again on May the 5th, so a couple of weeks away, we've got the Palkia V-Star League battle deck coming, which is, well, it's just the next one coming along. And it's another deck which is, tournament level, tournament quality. And the thing about these league battle decks is that they are absolutely filled with staples that you're going to be playing in a whole bunch of different decks. It's just great, honestly, ladies and gentlemen. They're absolutely great. If you want to supplement them, might I suggest the Trainer's Toolkit. Now, there are a couple out at the moment. They're fine, but you probably want to wait until June the 9th to get the Arceus Trainer's Toolkit. You don't have to. The previous Trainer's Toolkit had a promo Luminion in, and Luminion is a staple in an awful lot of decks. It is a great, great, great card, and that Trainer's Toolkit is brilliant. And if you want to go and buy a Trainer's Toolkit right now, the one on the screen is the one that's got Luminion in, the purple one. It's awesome. Go and buy it right now. Or you can wait until June the 9th and get the Arceus one, which comes with an alternate art promo Arceus V and V-Star. And basically, this just gives you a bunch of other stuff. Sleeves and counters and dice and all that good stuff. Plus some more staple cards and go into a bunch of decks. Honestly, going and buying a couple of League Battle decks and a Trainer's Toolkit is going to set you up so you just buy a few singles and you're there with a bunch of decks. It is ridiculous how easy it is with these two products. Cannot recommend them highly enough. Now, for experienced players, I'm afraid it's kind of boring. It's booster boxes and singles. But it's weird because, well, you know this. Like, if you're an experienced player watching this, you know this. Either buy booster boxes, so you get a whole bunch of cards, and to be fair, with the advent of Scarlet and Violet, it looks like the pulls are better than ever, which is awesome. Or you just go and buy singles of the cards you want to build your decks. It's not terribly fun, but that is, if you're shopping for experienced players, don't buy them random stuff. Ask them which singles they want. It's not as fun, but I promise you it is the better way to go. Now, if you're looking for presents for kids, for a long time I've suggested the collector's chests. The problem is we haven't had one of those in a little while. So, the most recent one is the fall 2022. It's fine. It's got some Hisuian promos in. It's not that up to date. Honestly, EX boxes are great for kids. The Mimikyu one is out now. The Cyclizar one is coming out in the not too distant future. That is, like so many of the other products I'm mentioning here, coming out on May the 5th. And you get yourself an EX, a Jumbo EX, another holo card, and 4 packs. Kids love Jumbo cards, guaranteed EX, bunch of packs. For kids, this is a great, great product. And as much as I'm not a fan personally, mini tins are really good products for kids. Firstly, they're cheap. And secondly, you get yourself an art card. I think some of the ones have stickers in. You get yourself a tin, and kids love tins. They really love tins. We do have the Paldea Friends tins. They are coming out, guess when? May the 5th. But if you don't want to wait till then, we do have the Crown Zenith mini tins, which are out now. They're the most recent ones that have been released. Also worth noting that you do see stores like Costco in the US, they often have promotions where they'll put like 5 mini tins for $30 or something. So if you're looking for presents for kids, they are always a great, great shout to go for. So let's finish off, like we always do, with a Wassy pick. Something which I personally vouch for, something that I think is particularly cool. And I'm going to go for Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer boxes. And I do mean the Pokemon Center exclusive, the ones that can only be bought on the Pokemon Center, but bear in mind it only ships to the US, the UK, and Canada. And the reason I like these so much, and I've been singing these praises ever since they were initially revealed, is because you get yourself stamped promos. And the stamped promos are awesome. And it really is as simple as that. At the moment, we've got the Scarlet and Violet ones. Miraidon comes with your 2 Miraidon promos. Koraidon comes with your 2 Koraidon promos. You also get yourself 11 packs and a bunch of accessories and all of that, which is cool. But you get the awesome alternate art or, special art illustration, rare, whatever you want to call it, promo, plus the stamped version. Now, as I record this, The Scarlet and Violet ones are available. That might not be the case by the time you listen to this. If it's not, you can still get your pre-order in for Paldea Evolved. And if the Paldea Evolved ones are not currently up for pre-order, don't worry. They will come back into stock, as I've told you many times, when the set drops. So if Scarlet and Violet are sold out and Paldea Evolved is not up for pre-order, don't worry. Wait until Paldea Evolved comes out. That is June the 6th. No, wait, June the 9th. And then you will be able to pick this up. As I record, you can either pre-order Paldea Evolved or buy Scarlet and Violet. But I'm just warning you just in case they've, run out by the time you listen. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the best products to buy right now in various categories. And now it's over to you guys. Do you agree with my picks? Are there any other products that you would recommend in any of these categories? And what is your personal pick? What would you always recommend to people to be picking up? Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, all kinds of fun things. And get shoutouts on the channel, of course, like the lovely Andy White, who's been a supporter of ours for a long time now, and is a very lovely person. So thank you to Andy for the support, and for being a very lovely person. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.